The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sherapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12. Covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sherapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
What's up, boys and girls? How are you? Welcome into a Roll Call Thursday edition of the Bostonian versus the book. Birthday edition for me. No show tomorrow as Dave heads to Jersey and I head to Chicago. Lots of good things to get to on the program today. Dave Sherapan, Matt Perrault. We're live on YouTube, live on Twitter, replayed on SiriusXM and on Sports Grid Television. James Santor. It's not Friday. Feels like Friday. He's with us today from Rhythm. And then we're going to talk to our guy, Brennan Jr. Prime Sports. If you are in New Jersey, you have a new sports book option. We'll talk to him about the philosophy behind the book, trying to say, hey, take all comers. Let's go. Open the doors. Take anybody and anybody. All action. Let's go. How are you, sir? Phillies today. I'm rocking the Cubs. I'll be at Wrigley tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to dress up for the guests, and we got a couple Philly guys coming on today. I'm headed there tomorrow. I just got word that the Saturday games are rained out. So, hopefully everybody's safe wherever you're at back east with the flooding and all this other stuff. I saw.
Did you see what New England got?
Hold on, you froze. Hold on. Right before you were going to talk about the weather. This is going to be the weather portion of the show, boys and girls. Stay with us. Snap your fingers, P-Roll. Come back, Jack. All right, now you're back. What happened?
Did you see the weather that hit New England overnight?
I did not see the New England stuff, and I know you're focused on the New England stuff. I did see Wheeling Island Casino, where I lived for 8 weeks, completely flooded out. The river flooded. It came up over. I was there when this happened. They clear the first floor of the casino. Part of the job, they have it down that there was a call made, and every casino employee knows what to do. They get down there to the first floor and they evacuate all the machines. They evacuate all the tables, move them up. I'm like, what is going on right now? And the book wasn't open. They sent me to a hotel 3 miles away up high on a hill. And I sat in a hotel for 3 days and took phone calls. And when it rains, P-Rod, I forget, when it rains in places like this.
It rains.
It's bad.
It rains. Yeah. No, it gets really bad. I mean, it's interesting because in northern parts of New England, they got a foot today.
A foot of what?
Snow.
Snow?
A foot of snow today.
It's April 4th.
Foot of snow. Snow fell all the way down to like the Mass New Hampshire border. They got about 5 inches, 6 inches of snow. But overnight they had 50-mile-per-hour winds. So they had hurricane gusts, down power lines like this. It looks like February. I mean, it looks like you look outside in parts of New England right now, and it looks like February, and it's April. It's the most snow they got all year. On top of that,
what?
Yeah, like they didn't get they missed all the big snowstorms until today, and they got buried today. Wet, heavy snow that rips down all your power lines. Rips down in the wind gusts, knock your trees over. Sucks. Like this is like the worst.
Oh no, you better close all those tabs. What are we doing? Snap your fingers. Come on, come back, Jack.
Oh, I'm back.
All right.
It's going to be one of those days, I think. It's just going to be one of those.
All right. Well, I mean, it's a Thursday. It's a roll call Thursday. Guys, hit the like button, please. We were a little light we were way under the total last night. Ooh. It's like when you make an NBA game, 238 and the total finishes about 200. That's the way the like button was yesterday. Sierra Mello, thank you for leaving a comment. We got back to you. He sent a letter or a text to the text line. We got Gio to WAP in San Diego. going around bar to bar to bar saying, "Do you have YouTube? Do you have YouTube? Do you have YouTube?" Because I got a show that comes on. You got to watch the show on the YouTube. So he's 0 for 2. Hopefully he'll send out a text or jump in the chat. I want to be the first one to officially wish you a happy birthday on the show.
Thank you.
Happy 48th birthday. Congratulations on making it to 48.
7.
47?
Don't skip me ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 48.
That's why this birthday is more important to me than my 48th, 9th, 50th. This is the birthday I've been waiting for my whole life.
This is the birthday you've been waiting for your whole life.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to put the listening glasses on, and you're going to have to explain that comment.
It's really easy. I was born on 4/4/77.
4/4/77.
Yep.
And this is 4/4/24.
No, this is 47.
Your age.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is my age. I'm turning 47. I was born on 4/4/77.
All the numbers things working.
So this
is there a point spread of 7 today?
Oh, it's a good point. No, I did do a
Cleveland and Minnesota baseball game.
I did a 4-leg. I did a 4-leg 4-sport money line parlay.
Oh,
so 4-4.
My head's exploding.
So I did that for today for my birthday. So that's an action. That's in better to book it later on today. We have 4 sports and 4 bets, 4 money lines to get into. So people like look forward to turning 50. Like I don't care about turning 50. I look forward to turning 47. So that's why I knew I was going to go out and I never celebrate my birthday. Never. So me going to Chicago to celebrate my birthday is really rare.
Yeah, this is unusual.
This is not something I normally do. I don't go and do the birthday week. I don't go do the birthday thing. Like I just don't really do it. So this is an unusual trip for me because I'm so excited. And Wrigley tomorrow, I don't know what the weather's going to be like. We'll see. Saturday though, go watch. Everyone's telling me that the Black Hawk national anthem is like I have to be there in my
Fantastic.
seats.
You must be there.
Okay. Have you gone?
What?
Have you gone to Chicago?
I saw a game in Old Chicago Stadium.
Oh, okay.
1993. The Gulf War was going on.
Whoa.
They were playing Toronto. It was a heightened atmosphere before.
Right.
Wayne Messmer sang the national anthem, and I almost started crying. It was beyond emotional. It was so geeked up. And then Tony Amonte scored 28 seconds into the game.
Damn.
And the roof almost blew off the building. It was one of the coolest, pregame national anthems ever. And they've it's not Old Chicago Stadium, but they recreate it. There's a big booming atmosphere in there. Now, I mean, they're playing the best team in the West.
Is it different than the Knights?
Yeah, that Knights, when they yell night, they scare the crap out of you. There's a different feeling.
Okay.
But the game, what's Dallas going to be tomorrow? Minus what?
400
on the road.
Yeah. I mean, we know we're betting. It's easy, but second period over, Dallas team total over. It will be easy. The bets tomorrow for hockey are easy. That's no problem.
Right.
But why does this hat have to be a 47 brand hat? I think it is actually, but why is that important?
Yours?
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
But why is that important?
I don't know, because it's curled up.
That better be a 47 brand hat. I don't know. There's plenty of new era hats that I have that are like this. This is like the dad model, as they call it. The dad hat that they have. I don't know.
Put it in the chat, boys and girls, wherever you were, where you had one of those experiences with the anthem.
Because I'm 47. That's why. But
keep up today. All right.
Sorry.
Good work, Jay.
Didn't get the correlation. My apologies.
Completely. All the 47 talk and this and that. Boom. Right over.
So when you wear a hat, when you're 47 brand hat, Yes. There we go. I don't know. Well, interesting. Okay. So he said might be the coolest sporting event experience pregame I've ever saw.
It's great.
Wow. And I've seen the Knights multiple times, so I got a really high bar.
Yeah. This feels different. I know it literally almost brought me to tears. I'm telling you,
All right.
I had chills. Like I could get in chills talking about it. I turned to my buddy who I was at the game with. He's TC. He's been on the show. He listens to
Yeah.
the show every day. Hockey guy. It was our dream to see a game in Chicago Stadium before they knocked it down, and it was during that time. And whoo, man, it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm going with TJ and Cecilia. If you guys are OG Daily Juice listeners, you know they're the Chicagoland bakery that we did a ton of stuff with. So we're going to the baseball game, and I got a text from TJ last night, and he was like, "Just so you know, I don't think we're making the full game." I was like, "Good," because we aren't either. So I was like, "Just so you know, I have no desire to
You'll
be
be
freezing."
gone before the 5th.
Minus 2,000 on that. Yes, I plan on betting either the Yurfie or the Nerfie. We'll bet first 5, probably first 3,
I was going to say bet the first 3 innings.
and then be out. So we're going to meet at the DraftKings Sportsbook. That's where we're going to meet, so I can check out and see the
always meet at the book.
Yeah.
Always. It's so easy. They're just meet at the book. It's why I do it everywhere in town. Where are you going to be? I'm going to be at Venetian. Meet at the book. Where are you going to be at Circa? I'll meet at the book. There's one book. It's great.
So we're going to meet there and then go to the seats and hang out and wait. And like I said, look, all I want to do is see Ohtani bat. Like that's all I need. Just like, let me just see him hit once and then I'm good. And then after that, I'm okay. What if someone has a no-hitter going through 3? I'm going to say there's a good chance that's a yes. It's going to be 45 degrees outside. Like it's not going to be fun.
You want to talk about what a call by Dave's Daily Picks. If a no-hitter is pitched and you've left, that will be an all-timer for content.
It wouldn't even bother me a little. It wouldn't even I would be like, oh, okay. It would not even like, this is not my team. This is neither one of these teams are my team.
No hitter.
I don't care. What if Shohei takes, this is my worry. 100% AOWN. Shohei taking the day off is 100% my concern. Mookie taking the day off, 100% my concern. The problem is, I think Shohei needs the at-bats. He finally got a home run last night. So we got, Duarte on.
Why would he take the day off? They're going to play him every day. He's DH.
Yeah, he needs the at-bats.
He's playing.
So, yeah. Perfection is a different story. Someone has a perfect game going. Okay, maybe I might talk. I might be talked into staying if a guy has a perfect game going.
Oh, that's going to be a hell of a deal.
Because that means it's fast. That means it's fast too.
Yeah.
Someone's got a perfect game going. That means I probably sat for 45 minutes and we're in the 5th inning. Like it's just we've whipped through like bang, bang, bang. We're just running through batters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you may be able to convince me to drink enough alcohol to stick around. But it's no fun drinking cold beer in cold weather. It's no fun. No, it's no fun. Everything it just starts to suck. You could get cold, your hands get cold, your body gets cold, alcohol drops your body temperature.
Hot chocolate?
I guess so. No, I did not get bleacher seats. No, we're on the third base line.
Perfect.
No bleacher seats.
Foul ball territory?
I think net territory at Wrigley.
Yeah.
They have the nets up.
Come up over the nets. Boom.
So there's no real. I showed my class yesterday at UNLV. A lot of them hadn't seen the Bartman video because I showed them the 1986 call. This is Sports Week at school, so we showed them the Vin Scully call of the 86 World Series with Bill Buckner and the Red Sox and the worst moment of my.
Of course, you made it about the Red Sox.
Of course, it's one of Vin Scully's most famous calls too. So it's rip my heart out type stuff. So it was fun. But then they hadn't seen the Bartman thing. So I showed them the Bartman thing. And it really is wild that there are 3 people around Steve Bartman that all could have been Steve Bartman. Like they all reached. He just had the unluckiness to have his hand in Moises Alou's glove.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wonder, like, those 3 people that were around Steve Bartman, like, do they think they're lucky stars like every day? Like their lives could have been destroyed. If that ball went 6 inches to the left or the right, they would have been Steve Bartman.
Right.
It's crazy how life works.
Yeah. 6 inches to the left, 6 inches to the right can be different. We fight for that inch. It's all about that inch. We fight for that inch.
Whoo, boy, we're gonna get loose here. All right, let's get to our guy, Mr. One and Only James Santor, is with us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. Let me see if I can do this way this time, and I can do it on this way this time. This is tremendous.
Okay.
What is going on, Mr. Santor? Ooh, hey, flipped around. There we go. How are you? It's not Friday, but it feels like Friday. Where are you, James? Where are you?
I'm actually, so remember the girl I talked about on a date with that I was watching the LaSalle basketball game, and
Yes.
yeah, I'm at her house right now. So different. See the flowers? I don't have a single flower in my house, so it definitely isn't my house.
All right. This is good to know.
The chat's
All
gonna go crazy with this.
Listen, my daughters are going to be disappointed. They're going to watch the show later. We got them on a school day on Thursday, and so they're mad already. But this is good news. We won't keep you long today. I mean,
well, Dave, I want to say this: you look better than ever today. You look unbelievable. Matt, I know it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Matt.
Thank you.
I'm not hating on the Cubs, but Dave, you look powder blue and maroon on you is great.
Yeah, this is one of the all-time best Michael Jack Schmidt jerseys that I have, and it's all the Philly stuff. Yeah, this is I had to dress up for you and our next guest. They're both Philadelphia guys. Let's just get right to it.
Well, Matt, real quick.
Yep.
You going to Wrigley tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so jealous. That's amazing. I heard you're not in the bleachers. That's okay. You can still have a great time. Bleachers are the best, but have a great time at Wrigleyville.
James, it's going to be 45 degrees.
Okay, well, here's the perfect thing to do. You go to Sluggers beforehand. You get absolutely blackout drunk. Take some swings. I need to see those swings so I can critique them. And then you go watch the game. You won't feel a thing.
What is Sluggers? Is it like a batting?
Wait, have you never heard of Sluggers? You ever seen what's the movie? God, now I'm angry at myself. Somebody in the chat's got to know the movie about baseball in Chicago. It's what Keanu Reeves is in it.
And it's a bar where you go take
G
swings?
Baby?
Yes, with G Baby. Yes.
Yeah, the Cucumbas.
Yeah. Sluggers. Hardball. Yes. Thank you, Zach.
Hardball. Yeah.
Hardball. Yeah. So Sluggers is where they go and they take batting practice, and it's a bar in Wrigleyville. So it's like right there.
How busy is it on game day? You have to wait like 2 hours to get into a shoot to go hit?
Look, I honestly was thinking about this the other night. I was like, that has to be the biggest liability ever, to have a bunch of drunk idiots who probably don't know how to swing a baseball bat correctly, especially when they're coming at them at a decent speed.
Well, that's how I feel about the bars that allow people to throw axes. I'm like, how much insurance are you carrying where I can drink and throw an axe? Like somebody walks in front of it and that's it. I mean, like,
you think you'd hear more or see stories of all that stuff happening. I don't know how it doesn't happen as frequently as you'd think, but yeah. Did you see they have a new place that does it with baseball now? It's in Texas, and it's just a ball. Awesome. I need to go there. I need that home run.
Awesome. It's in Houston, or it's in Austin. It's one of the either Houston or Austin. I can't remember which one. I remember seeing it going like, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, I think I'd quit everything I do and just work there all day and just hit all day.
What do you do?
Like the ball pops out of the ground and you just try to hit it, and it's like it shows at Major League Stadiums, shows how far and how hard you hit it.
Think Top Golf or baseball, Dave.
Oh, okay. So they have one here in town at the Dick's in Henderson. It's phenomenal. I wouldn't leave. The kids were like, "Daddy, we have to go." I said, "No, this is amazing." I set it up with Wrigley. Actually, you hit it over the ivy, and it tells you how far. It's phenomenal. You should definitely do it. I'll see you hopefully this weekend. I'll be in your neighborhood.
Jefferson, maybe see
the games in Philly are rained out. I just got word right before the show. So there's no softball in Philly this weekend.
Oh, wait, this weekend?
On Saturday, they're already rained out.
Oh, man.
The field's a mess. So
I was ready to chop it up with you on the. I thought we were gonna get some great content at the softball game.
We're gonna figure out something else. We may figure out something else. But you got a big event going on in Philly this weekend with the WrestleMania and some other things. So, but more importantly, did you see the Sixers game this week? Did you see? Are you back? Because just like The Godfather, they pulled me back in, James. It's Sixer time, is it not?
I mean, you guys know the answer to this is already yes. And I had to give Matt a happy birthday with an Embiid.
You did.
And that's out of respect, That's out of respect.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I'm back. I'm back in. Like the Phillies kind of suck so far, so I'm like, I need something to keep me going. And straight up, the Sixers and Embiid looks cool as shit right now. Does he not? Like he literally is just like he looks like he's ready. He looks like a grown ass man now. And he's 7'3" and whatever he is, and he's huge. He always has been, but he's also at a different level now.
Questionable tonight. The line is Miami -2, and I know like it's gonna move if he's definitely not playing. But
is he playing? Because I'm betting the over if he's playing. Is he playing or not?
I mean,
I
in
wouldn't.
the chat.
I thought you weren't allowed to do this anymore, though. I thought it because wouldn't that be load management? Technically, like there's no way he's actually questionable for.
No, it's called injury management. They did it with Donovan Mitchell 2 days ago. It's ridiculous. They come back. Mitchell played 31 minutes and he sat the next game for injury management. So they can do load management. They call it injury management. It's so
walking injury himself. Anthony Davis played 52 minutes that one night and he didn't take off the next night, did he?
Yeah, I don't know.
That gets hurting to the bathroom, like or hurt walking to the bathroom. So it's like,
I don't know. I'm on the over. If Embiid plays, I like the over in the game, but I need Embiid to play or I can't bet it.
I think that's one of my best picks for today too. Not being conscious of the fact that he may not play. So
yeah, I need him. If he plays, I'm on the over. I need the over, but I got to see him play. Like it's just one of those things. He's out.
Yeah.
I got burned yesterday by taking the Bucks over, and they sat 3 stars. So I was like, oh, good. That's great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'll never forget. Like I think it was the Spurs that did this at first with Kawhi. Like that's when people were going to games to watch Kawhi, and like I think wasn't it them that got the original like you can't be doing this because people are paying a ton of money to go watch. And then like this little 6-year-old that's there to go see Kawhi Leonard is gonna be crying their eyes out because they're not watching their favorite player. Yeah. Now from the betting, that was before betting. Now betting, it's like that to me is crazy because like Sixers Heat, I have the over 210 as one of my best bets today. But I don't know. You're right. Like, I gave that out. I'm like, should I have given that out? If Embiid's not playing, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that.
I can't. I'm on it too. I like it. I mean, the Heat have been an over team recently. The Sixers are on the road. I think it's 4 of the last 5 games on the road. The Sixers have gone over, and now Embiid back. It went under in the last game, but I think it was mostly because of the fact that they were trying to slow it down a little bit with Embiid playing. But I like the over. But without him in the game, it's a totally different handicap. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, you go from a pretty cohesive NBA team to a D2, D3, basketball team of guys just trying to have some fun out there and getting paid to do so. That's what it is. And look, I actually think we have a lot of depth this year, but that depth doesn't mean shit without Joel Embiid. That is really it all relies on that.
No, it's completely and totally true. All right, so for NBA games tonight, if you like the Heat and the Sixers over, what else are you looking at tonight?
Sixers over. I got the Rockets +4 against the Warriors.
I love that bet.
Love it.
I'm on that bet too. I love that play.
I've got we call these types of dogs, we call them Cliffords. So we got a Clifford pick for you guys. We got a big ass underdog.
Yes. Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Did you read Clifford growing up? Are you old enough to remember Clifford?
Oh, I think I watched the Clifford TV show.
Oh my!
I can still remember
Yes,
I remember like the entire intro to that thing. I feel Clifford's a freaking legend. Like
it's tremendous.
Clifford the big red dog. Kids, look it up if you have no idea what James is referencing. This is a great call. I mean, anytime you can incorporate
call him a Clifford, I love it. Bet the Clifford
plays. This is genius.
I love that. That's phenomenal.
Before I give the pick, I got to let it marinate a little bit.
All right.
Dave's daily picks just said, could LaSalle beat the Sixers? Now, no, the answer is no. The answer is hell no. And the other answer is that unfortunately, every single player that was good on LaSalle has decided to get into the transfer portal. So I may be the starting point guard for LaSalle next year at this point, in which case we'd be absolutely screwed. But now,
any eligibility left? You got no eligibility left.
I got 2 years of eligibility left for baseball. I got 4 years left for everything else.
There we go. He's still alive. Let's go.
Hey, when they bring back LaSalle's baseball program, if you think I'm not petitioning the NCAA to let me get another year in, I'm like, better.
There we go.
That's good content.
Come on, that would be pretty cool. If you got a 30-year-old on this,
you'll be like the teacher in the movie that made it back to the Rays. You'll be coming in. That'll be amazing.
That's the rookie, right? That's the whole thing from the movie, the rookie.
I'd somehow get into like my first game. As the old man, I'd throw gas my first 2 pitches and then my arm would just shatter.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of like, was it worth it? Probably.
Right. Yeah, probably. Yeah. You hear that snap. Like, uh-oh.
Yeah. But actually, what I do throw, you hear a snap every single time. Like, dead serious. Like, my friends,
I had a kid on a team today.
at my like showcase, like to get to LaSalle, they had to take me off the mound because they're like, dude, what is that noise? It was my elbow. It just, and that was before I got Tommy John. So clearly, it was coming.
Man.
Yeah, it was interesting.
No good.
Are
Are you going to tell me you got Atlanta for this Clifford play today?
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Plus 455. That is
outright.
I don't know about outright, but I avoided it because I did a 4-leg 4-sport because it's 4-4 for my birthday, James. So I did a 4-leg 4-sport parlay.
Okay.
And I looked at the Mavericks and I was like, I don't trust that bet at all. I go, Atlanta could beat them. I go, absolutely. They lost. It was 148-145, right, in the first game that they played. I want no part. Yeah, I want no part of that game. That's dog or nothing. I agree.
The predicted score is 125 to 115. Now you'd be like, all right, and that's Mavericks beating the Hawks. Now we have a 23% probability of this game winning. So it's not saying like, oh yeah, go throw an entire, 2 units on this. This is like, if you want something that you can throw a few dollars on that has a huge return, and that's going to make it pretty damn fun to watch this game. When my rhythm models see multiple, like for an underdog like this, where multiple models are saying plus 455, that's where I take it. And had 3 models say this. Now I'll go back to NC State. My rhythm models have had NC State every single round so far. Let's go. Look, anytime the Wizards are getting predicted to beat any team, you're like, that's crazy. So
right,
predicting that's like
my rhythm model Clipper Blazer was Grizzlies. Wow, Grizzlies at 6-1, and they won the game outright over the Bucks.
Look, that's one of my favorite things is for the underdogs. And like NC State, we have NC State money line again for Saturday. So like that's again, you start to understand your models. Like I expected before I even saw them that NC State was going to be the winner again. And they're like plus 250 or something. Yeah. But like, that's just the data is finding there's those opportunities. So I'll tell you what, I may throw some money down on this Hawks game in honor of your birthday, Matt. And then I'll send you all the money for a beer, whatever beers you can get, hopefully when they win.
Let's go. Let's do it. That'll be great.
So you just said it. Saturday, 2 big dogs, and NC State is a big red dog. I mean, this could be a Clifford.
Let me pull up the odds because I want to make sure. Clifford to me is anything over plus 400. So otherwise it's just a pretty big dog. But you get those big red dogs. That's a Clifford.
Right. It's just a regular Great Dane. Yeah.
Exactly. Let me pull this up. And also Indiana State game tonight. What do you guys think about that? That's
money line. That's my basketball play as part of the 4 sports 4-leg is Indiana State money line.
Okay. So my cousin is a diehard Seton Hall fan and alumni. So I have to be partial to my cousin Vinny. My cousin Vinny, yeah.
My cousin, you have a cousin Vinny?
That's awesome. Cousin Vinny. He went to Seton Hall. He's from New Jersey. He's Italian.
It's a Paisan. But look, I mean, the Hall is live. There's no debate in my mind that Seton Hall can win the game. It's going to be I like the under in the game. I don't think everyone's like, we had Mike Corey on yesterday, who's calling the final tonight for ESPN. And he's my broadcasting partner from college. And he was like, the over's the play because of all the offense. And I'm like, Seton Hall is not going to let Indiana State run. Like, unless they get shut down from behind the 3-point line and Indiana State just doesn't hit any threes, I like the under in the game. But I like Seton Hall to be close, but I'll take Indiana State with the home court. They're 21-1, I think, in the state of Indiana. They're 21-1 this year.
That's a great stat, but I just think this is the perfect use case for the NIT. Like, if you this is the perfect scenario for, hey, you didn't make the tournament and people are pissed. Now you're going to be able to put on a show. Like, I think it's going to be a great game, and I think it's going to be great for viewership. And I think the NIT, especially for betting, is like just as much fun for people. Like, I think it's just we had a lot of people that were using rhythm for that this year. So.
It's probably one of the biggest lessons I learned, James, over the course of the 6 years of doing this full time, learning that, you know what? It doesn't matter what you bet on. A bet's a bet. The sport doesn't matter. Like Dave used to tell me all the time, like, bet the same thing, bet baseball, bet the same thing. And I'd be like, no, it's boring. It's dumb. It's repetitive. He's like, a win's a win. It doesn't matter what you win.
All counts the same.
All counts the same. Yeah. Just bet what you think is going to happen. So betting the NIT is the exact same as betting the NCAA. There's no
you
difference.
can still watch it. Then you have something to watch and enjoy. Like, I think that's the engagement aspect. And unfortunately, I can't stop laughing. I'm reading the comments right now about one. Sorry. I got to read these real quick. Benny, I love what you put there. I think Shaggy to a Scooby to a Clifford is phenomenal. I hope
that's this. We get so much value from the chat on the show. We have very witty, smart guys that eventually will have this gigantic payroll of the BvB Corp. Benny's in it. They're going to come at you, though. That is a great comment. A Shaggy, a Scooby, and a Clifford. If anybody else has any famous dogs, maybe an Old Yeller. That's one that you got to put away.
A dog that doesn't get there is an Old Yeller.
An Old Yeller. I mean, seriously, there's so many things you could come up with.
Well, Benny, we'll give you the shout out when we start to do that, though. I'll make some cool graphics. And I'll make sure we give you the shout out. So thank you for those.
Right.
And
that's good.
And the question about the frame thermostat, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. It kind of looks cool. I've never noticed.
She framed the thermostat.
This is not a conversation for right now. Please. She could be watching the show.
I screenshotted them already so I can send it to her. And
That's tremendous.
It's a thermostat, and then it's a bunch of frame dinner menus.
It's supposed to make it look all artsy, and then she framed the thermostat without anything in it. That's
going to end well for you.
The decor of the house. The decor of the house is phenomenal. They got great style. So it is like on par with the rest of the house. So yeah, it's definitely it's different looking, and I thank you for making me notice it because I'm never gonna be able to not look at it anymore.
Focus.
That's tremendous.
Stay on point.
I got it. NC State plus 340. So at plus 340, that falls in the that's a Scooby. We got a Scooby tomorrow or Saturday.
That's a Scooby.
Yeah,
that's
plus
cool.
150. Yeah, all right, there we go.
Plus 340, and I have 2 of my 3 of my models that have NC State money line. So that's
what
pretty
about
cool.
the other game? Bama has no chance of beating UConn.
It's
right?
UConn minus
talk about a Husky. I mean, the Huskies are rolling again.
I think we need a Clifford button because we got a Clifford here.
You have a I don't know what you have. You have a Hail Mary. That's what you have.
Bama?
2 Alabama. That's 2 models that agree on Alabama. And again,
what is Chris Covey putting in the information here? My God, wow.
Our dog picks, again, our dogs have been insane.
You have
been good.
So
good.
Bama outright. You're telling me that we may have a national championship game of NC State, Alabama?
That's what everybody's been asking for. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Could you imagine if it's NC State, Alabama? Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
If that happens, obviously we'll clip it and we'll play it on Monday.
Yeah, if that happens, I have full faith in that happening. Please, if this happens, clip
I like NC State, though. I don't think NC State's that crazy.
Yeah. No, the Alabama one's absolutely insane, and that's why it's a Clifford pick. Because you need to think Clifford's big. It's a big ass dog.
Right.
You should think a little bit more. Scooby's kind of a cool dog. It's a smart dog. That's NC State.
Right.
Now, I also
Shaggy tonight is Denver Nuggets at the Clippers, which could be a Western Conference final preview. Maybe. I'm still not sold on what the Clippers are doing, despite what Tommy the Lip and all these guys will keep telling me. But look at that one tonight because you get a short number with Denver, and it looks so appealing. And as we're talking right now, 2 places just moved to 3.5. It was 4 when the segment started. And before you mentioned the menus behind you, which again, we're never discussing that again. We're never discussing.
We have the screenshot of it now.
What's the Clipper outlook for tonight? Is there any models that say Clippers or no?
It says stay away from that game from just the money line.
Good idea.
Red total, but I have some prop picks. If you want prop picks for the game. Aaron Gordon. Let's see. No, you know what? I don't like that one. I'm going to do this in real time. So again, we'll go back to what I do for props is when I look at a prop, like if it says a recommendation, then you can click in and see what the historical, like last 5, 10, 15 games are. And that's where I usually make my decision. So like the first 2 are on Aaron Gordon. I'm not loving those picks. Again, like with me, it's all about like, I'm never going to force bets. Like if it's something that like, again, I'm a data guy. So if the data says to bet it, I'll bet it. Otherwise, I don't feel like I have to force it. But let's see. I got 2 more here. Let me check real quick.
So,
under 12.5 rebounds for Nikola Jokic is 60% of the last 5 games. So that's where I think, all right, anything that it's 60% that matches with the prediction, I feel comfortable with. So
under on Jokic. Interesting. Okay.
And then,
by the way, this is one of my friends who sends me a happy birthday text today, and he sends me, "I'm going to the Masters on Sunday." That's a text I get. Happy birthday! Oh, by the way, I'm going to the Masters on Sunday. He's a huge Alabama fan. He said, "Party at my house if Alabama beats UConn. We're coming to your house, TJ. If Alabama
don't think we won't come, TJ. If you say it, I'll figure out a way."
Birmingham party. Let's go to Birmingham to go watch Alabama. Could you imagine the level of ridiculousness the Crimson Tide fans will have if they win the national championship in basketball?
That's what I was just going to say. That's unbearable. That's not even fair to think that. All we can hope is that the football team has a horrendously awful season to follow that.
It might. I mean, it's after Nick Saban. We'll see.
Speaking of the Masters, though,
yeah,
golf comes out on Rhythm next week for the Masters.
What day?
So I'm hoping comes out Wednesday or Thursday to give people a little lead time to see everything.
Okay.
So, but we're gonna have again best bets for every round, all the golfers, top 25, top 50, top 5 winners outright. Be able to do head-to-head stuff. I mean, it's gonna be really, really cool. So, get excited for that. Again, we'll be able to still do a free trial. We haven't started it yet, but that'll be next week.
Yeah, walk me through this for a second because I'm curious because I'm going to use this because golf betting and me, I suck at it. So I need all the help in the world. How will it be? Will it look similar to the college basketball and the NBA, or it will be different?
Think about the NBA player props feature.
Okay.
And think about that, but for golf. And it's actually going to be even sleeker. Our team's been working really hard on adding a few more pieces just to make it that much better. And it's going to be it's going to be awesome because people Justin Thomas, the top 5-10 guys. You don't know 25 to 100 or whatever it is. Like
correct.
That's where the value is. So
100%.
basically, as you're watching the Masters, imagine Rhythm telling you, hey, this golfer, there's an inefficient line that's saying that he's going to finish top 50. That's a plus money. And then you can go not only bet on that, be able to watch that and be really engaged that random ass golfer the entire rest of the tournament.
You're going to do more. It's not just for the Masters. It's going to the rest of golf season, right?
Yeah. 1,000%. We're launching just for the Masters because it's great timing. Yeah, and we're doing a ton of cool stuff. We're gonna have giveaways, so I think we talked before about Kyle Kuzma. We're gonna have something where we're offering a foursome to Kuz's golf outing with Tom Brady and a bunch of other pretty big celebrities as part of some of the contests we're running. We're doing something on Splash, which is a Masters pool itself. So yes, we will be doing head-to-head stuff for the Masters to Football Guy 97. So
yeah, explain that. That's what you guys are going to do, right? You're going to model out head-to-heads.
Head-to-heads it'll be a premium feature where you can literally take that, and so Core won't have that, but for premium users, you'll be able to do the head-to-head matchups. Again, it's going to be pretty damn cool. I played with it a little bit, and they're still putting the finishing touches on it, but just the UI UX alone, it just makes it makes me excited to see a leaderboard, right? It makes me because. Not only, again, am I going to care about those top 3 guys, it's going to be I care about 37. I care about that guy who's just competing well. He's had a few good holes in a row. Is that going to make a great bet for me? So I think people are going to really, because there's no tools like this for golf, right? People have a lot of things they can use for football or NBA.
Yeah, right.
So I'm very confident Rhythm's better than most of those, if not all those. But what I would say is golf is something, this is going to showcase people what happens when, again, people don't know golf like they do NBA or NHL or NFL. Now you're going to learn more golfers. You're going to watch golf in a whole different way. And I think that's truthfully going to be a game changer and allow us to go and continue to iterate in different sports too.
For me, a lot of times, for college basketball, I used KenPom was a huge deal for me because I was able to use the analytics that KenPom had. I was able to put that up against rankings as to what they were doing, trends as to how they were performing, and then taking my own eyes and compiling a bet. It's hard to do that in a lot of ways. It's not easy to do that the same way, I think, with other sports. So this is a huge tool that I need for golf to help me kind of play off of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of data and it's not as accessible or easy to understand. And again, there's so many different factors, course type, again, all that, that's all the stuff that's baked into the models that you don't have to do that. So again, it's a real world application of the KenPom perspective. And I think it's, again, when people start winning money on golf and they can realize how much fun it is to use and also just makes them watch more, I think it's going to be we're going to have the best summer ever of just look, if you guys like golf and you guys went on golf, that means that we'll get to go and do really cool stuff on golf courses with cool people. So please win a lot of money and enjoy it and then allow us to keep growing this so we can do cool stuff.
That's
all right. And then we can do a BvB golf outing. Let's do a BvB golf outing.
We've been planning this. This is a good idea. See, James can think next level.
All right. So if guys want to go get that before the Masters, how can they go and get the stuff from Rhythm right now?
Yep. So you can either go into the App Store, RITHMM, or you can go on to BvB. Usually has a link out. Go into Rhythms, different social handles, all at bet_rhythm. You can reach out to me at James Santor. I'm happy to give you, again, any instructions if you have questions about the app, whatever it might be. We put out best bets every day, put out a lot of cool content. And yeah, just trying to help people bet smarter.
Awesome. Thank you,
Love
buddy.
it.
Appreciate the time. We'll talk next week. All right.
I'll text you.
Happy birthday. Have fun in Chicago.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
You guys.
Appreciate that. He
See
is
you.
James Santor. Let's go right back to Philadelphia. Keep it rolling on the BvB. Right into Prime Sports. New sports book has launched. Our guy, JBJ. Joe Brennan Jr. joining us here on the Bostonian versus the book. Joe, welcome to the show. Good to see you, buddy. How are you?
Gentlemen, I feel like I've arrived at Carnegie Hall finally. I mean,
JBJ.
it only took, I mean, how many years, how much practice, how many states I had to open up in. Finally, here I am, BvB.
I'm already. I've thought about this. Like, we're gonna go prime time. All right, that's how we're gonna intro.
Sadly, I think that's trademark. I don't want to get into a tussle with Dion. Although it would make great headlines and give us outstanding free media.
Can you imagine if I can get a prime hoodie or a hat in Dion's hands and say, hey, can you just put this hat on real quick and take a picture?
Let me tell you something.
I mean, like, these are the kind of things we want to do, JBJ, but let's tell everybody first and foremost, one, who you are, two,
who is
what
this
you
guy
got going on, because you just opened a sports book in New Jersey this week. You were already in Ohio. I see the next move's Kentucky.
Yep.
What's going on
Urban
here,
land.
Joe?
Yeah. We're so the long and winding road. I'll keep it short. So back in November of 2008, I started the effort in New Jersey to overturn PASPA through both the state legislature and them in the courts.
So you were a lobbyist?
No, I wasn't a lobbyist. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Next thing
that's I'm just that people.
Next thing you do, you're gonna ask me I'm a lawyer, right? No,
yeah.
I was somebody who, like, prior to that, talk about digging something up from internet ancient history. I was at AOL Time Warner back when that actually wasn't the punchline to a joke. And and when I was there in the early 2000s, one of the things that they wanted us to do on the strategy team was, hey, look at the stuff that we have right now, the assets that we have right now, and what more can we be doing with them? And at the time, we had a UK division and an international division and everything. And it's like, well, online betting's starting to get really popular over there. What if we did that through AOL UK or something like that? And what was interesting at the time, my group reported up to the then vice chairman of AOL, Ted Leonsis, who's now the owner of the Washington Capitals and the Washington Wizards. And what was interesting was at the time they kind of came back down and said, we're probably not going to do that. It seems like we might have some trust issues, legal issues. It doesn't seem like the way to go. Flash forward to like 2018, and Ted is buying into DraftKings and Sport Radar, like everything.
He got a book in the building.
Right. So I saw him not long after PASPA overturned it. And the thing is, the guy sees hundreds of people every day, right? Makes their way into his palace. But I mean, he remembered me from back in the day, and I just said like, hey, that sports betting idea, I guess it turned out to be a pretty good one. Huh? He's good. Ted was always a good egg. If you ever get a chance, when it comes to like guys who are owners in the evil sports leagues, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Plus, that guy can give you a motivational speech. He's like with Ray Lewis. You'll be running through brick walls by the time Ted gets done with you. Yeah, that's tremendous. He's great. So fast forward. That's how I got involved in all of this. right?
Do you see, like, okay, so if I showed you the sports betting world in 2024, if I showed you it in 2008, is it what you thought it could be?
Not
or
at
or
all.
did we mess it up?
Hey, we definitely messed it up. we definitely messed it up. Makes me wish that we had put more guardrails in when we were doing this. Like,
Right?
first rule: we don't turn America back into British colonies. We don't. My assumption is that when we would get done with this, because all the casino companies in Vegas and let's face it, the offshore industry,
Right.
it wasn't like in May of 2018, somebody in Britain, William Hill, brought fire down from Mount Olympus and gave it to us mere mortals, and Americans got to learn about this thing called sports betting. We already had a century's worth of pretty robust American style sports betting here. And my assumption was at the time was that, just the Nevada companies would extend their reach into New Jersey and places like that, where they already had casinos there. It seemed like a pretty natural extension.
Yep.
But, look, this is legitimate. In an effort to find the technology that could be licensable, that's key, could be licensable by casino regulators, and they had to reach out, they felt, to the UK, to Europe and places like that in order to get stuff so that they could meet this kind of rapid deployment timeline. Like, I love it. It's always like a state legislature passes the sports betting law late in the spring, like April, May. And then it's always like, we got to get live by football season. It's like, 3 months to try and find all this stuff, get people licensed, get the technology up there, and then get live, right? So it always seems like it's this pell-mell rush to get live, and that's what happened. And in doing that, I think what they did is they unintentionally invited over this really massive, slick consumer marketing machine and a style of betting that was not what we had kind of campaigned on. What we campaigned on was taking what existed in Vegas, existed offshore, and creating a legal regulated version of that here. And that really isn't what happened. It's kind of the opposite of what happened. What we have now is a lot of ads, a lot of bonus offers, a lot of churn. And unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people who are increasingly, they string together a couple of wins, and next thing you know, they're betting for grocery money, or they're getting shown the door. And so that's kind of where we come in. I mean, Circa's already done a really nice job out there in Vegas of kind of swimming against the current with where the regulated industry was going here in the United States. We really respect what those guys are doing out there, and they've tried to expand their reach. And we're coming at it from the opposite side of the country here now. And it's just very simple. And I think they're kind of in agreement in this, in that all we want to do is we want to be able to offer, reasonable house stakes to everybody. And then, take a good bet, move the number, take another good bet. It's wow.
Why is that so hard? It's so easy to say and so difficult to do.
I know, but look, I get it. It's where you're going to put your investment, where you're going to put the focus of because even when you have $3 billion of other people's money from Wall Street, right, you still have to figure out where you're going to spend it, where you're going to focus your resources. And I just think one of the things that these guys have learned from our cousins across the pond is you can make a lot of money by focusing your resources on slick consumer marketing and big offers and getting people in who bet like $20 or pounds, I don't know, whatever your denomination is,
right?
And getting a lot of those guys and force feeding them curated parlays and things like that. And if and when you get a guy who's maybe getting a little lucky against you, you're like, oh well, we'll just move him out of there. And that's a pretty good way to make it.
And we'll profile it, and now that guy won't be able to bet, and then this isn't helping grow the business. I've been saying this from the beginning. It's a quick hit, right? It's like it's a one night stand, a 2 night stand, and then you're done. There's no relationship. You guys are building a relationship.
I haven't heard that an analogy yet. I mean, Sig, where's your mind?
Welcome to the show, Joe. This is what we do.
Listen, we say a lot of things on the show.
Does this have like an E rating here? I mean, whether my girls can watch this later on.
Yeah, 21 plus. We're talking about
no, but you are right about that.
Well, the better bookie relationship used to be a relationship. Now it's been kind of ingrained into people's heads. It has to be adversarial. It's not an adversarial relationship. The competition is for the number. When you get the better number and you win, I pay you. When I get the better number, I charge you juice and you pay me. Everybody pays. We're good. That's the battle. But it's not like that anymore, Joe, is it?
No, it isn't at all. And I think one of the things is because so many of these companies, they were trying to drive to become publicly traded companies. They wanted to tap that money, and saying that you were going to do this old school mano a mano business versus what all of them really want to do. And when you hear them talk about themselves, like they don't see themselves as bookies, right? They don't see themselves as like a hospitality or a service industry. They're all technology companies, or they're entertainment companies, or they're sports media entertainment companies, or any combination thereof, which sounds really sexy to institutional investors, and it sounds really sexy on CNBC or Bloomberg News or something like that. Whereas, the part I really love is the part I get to do now this week. Like the best part about launching in New Jersey, after launching in Ohio, we've got Kentucky coming up, but that should be pretty easy by comparison. The part I love is that this week I am not spending my days talking about building up call centers and frontline support, or adding payment processors, or know your customer services, or banking and things like that, or addressing all of like the last minute one more things from the regulator to get our licensing. This week I'm talking to players, and it doesn't matter if I'm talking to them on the phone or I'm talking to them on Twitter, where they're clearly not at all afraid to express their opinions, which have mostly been good, but there's a couple of guys out there that really have been chewing my ass this week. But that's the good part. It's like the old school, like standing across the counter from people and, booking the faces and getting to know people. Like, I would really like to see Jason Robbins do that part of the job, like stand there and talk to guys about betting. I'm not saying that he can't, but, a guy like that is concerned with having a technology company and responding to the public markets, where we're lucky. I'm lucky in that I'm meeting the players one-on-one. And that's the part I like. Are we ever going to be as big as DraftKings?
Right.
Do you need to be, Joe? This is you just need to be good enough for you and your business. Like all these people that want to come and say, oh, they get 1% of the handle in New Jersey. They'll get 2% of the handle max ever in their life. Is that enough to survive? Well,
First of all, in that particular market, we're definitely going to get more than that. Okay. But beyond that, it's what is your cost versus what do you get to become profitable? Since we are self-funded and we're doing it that way, we don't have public money, we don't have big institutional investors and lenders that we have to, dole out a lot of money and dividends and we're not up there every quarter trying to say that, losses are really gains, like that. We can run an old school business, and we can address it as like, this is a volume business. It's not a margin business. This is a service and hospitality business. Yes, technology is involved, but technology is involved in the same way technology is involved in selling Coca-Cola. Nobody brags about like, oh, wow, our soda machines are absolutely the best soda machines in the industry. Look at how many sodas you can pump out of this thing. It's all about Coca-Cola, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing here. We sell bets. That's what we sell. The technology That's our means of distribution. That's that's our soda machine. So, and we got to, I'm not going to preach to the rest of the industry, although I clearly have done a lot of it. But what we think is where we have an opportunity to be successful is being the guys that have that authentic one-to-one relationship with folks. And here's the thing,
Joe,
I'm glad
or do you want that as the business? Like, because you listen to a lot of the calls and like, this is nobody wants this anymore, Dave. Nobody wants this. Not like they don't need to do this anymore. I am with you. I think this is the business.
That's horse shit.
Right?
You know, when people hand over their money, you're telling me that they don't want to be treated as a human being. They're okay with being treated as like a serial number on the other end of like an AI bot exchange. I think that's bullshit. That's a rationalization.
No,
I think about you. Like if you, the best analogy I make is American Express versus Visa, right? I am a dedicated for more than 25, 30 years American Express.
Me too.
User, all the way from like a green card up to the platinum card. And my wife is really trying hard to get us up into that black card territory. Oh my God. Oh my gosh!
But they will. When you call somebody, you talk to a human being.
They pick up within 2 rings.
Yeah,
it's Mr. Brennan. How you doing? And that's going back all the way to when I was a modest little green card user, right?
Yeah.
And they're both doing the same thing. You know, Visa, American Express. It's like, all right, well, this is how I'm paying for Chick-fil-A today,
right?
Yeah. But on the flip side of that is the reason why I have American Express and I pay a fee to use American Express, and I have to pay it every month. And I'm like, there's no revolving payments. I pay it every month and I pay a fee to use it, but it's their service and all of that. That's why I use it. Okay. And you can't think of an industry that's more technology laden than fintech and banking and the credit cards industry, right? We're redheaded stepchildren compared to those guys. But that's why American Express year after year after year get the customers that they get. They get customers at a premium, and everybody wants to do business with them. So anybody who says like people don't want that, they're trying to sell you something.
Exactly. That's a good kind of transition real quick. I mean, opening up sports books and how to fund accounts and all this other stuff. The credit cards, you're not involved with credit cards and funding accounts, right? That you cannot do that in your states.
Oh no, in New Jersey and in Ohio, you can. The thing is the customers that we're attracting right now, credit card funding is maybe 2%.
Okay.
Of our business.
Yeah.
Most of the people are funding are using either ACH or they're using bank wires, or they're using things like, now we have PayPal, Venmo, things like that, but it's their wallet or bank technologies. They're not credit technologies.
Okay.
What do you think in New Jersey? What do you think is going to help to get a customer to go and use your sports book? What's besides we're selling bets, but what else are you trying? You say, hey, we're open for business. Come give us a run. Let us show you why we're different.
Well, it's a combination of things. We've done, it's taken us so long to get the market. One of the things that we've had an opportunity to do is spend a lot of time looking at the market, researching the market. And then here's something. This is so revolutionary, guys. I should get a patent for it. We talk to players in the market. We talk to people. We go to BetDash. We meet guys. You're just like, hey, what is it that is missing in the market that you want? And it's incredible the number of people who say like, well, service in the sports betting industry is really crap. Service, like I guarantee you, if there's anybody from Wall Street who is listening to this part right now, this is the part where they're saying, oh, I'm going to go up and I'm going to go use the bathroom now. Service? What? No. But yeah, people are doing a crap job of providing a good service. to you people. Like, and everybody has problems eventually.
Yeah.
I have problems, you know, I have problems. Let me tell you, but that's not the show, right?
Well, you were on yesterday. Yeah, you thought you were on yesterday. I mean, you had enough problems.
Well,
with all
see
this
that
stuff going on.
there's one of my problems. I'm so old now. I can't keep track of everything.
This happens.
Big. But anyway, like that. So people will look. God bless FanDuel, DraftKings, and all, because actually the people that they brought into sports betting were really mostly incremental audience. Yeah, you already had the people who were betting offshore, betting on the street, things like that. FanDuel, DraftKings, they came in and they're like, hey, you know, betting on sports, it's for everybody. And it's as easy as getting a Happy Meal, right? Because that's what SGPs are, Happy Meals.
Voices like me,
Right,
Dave.
right, yeah.
He does my voices.
He does. That was good. I didn't know you had that one in. I didn't know you had that one in you, Joe.
Wait till I do my Adam Bjorn Australian voice later.
Oh, God.
That'll be fantastic, right?
Oh God.
So, but you know, so people come in and they're spending their money, and you know, whether it's talking to players or it's doing our own direct consumer research, that whenever anybody has a problem, and people are going to have a problem, whether it's with a deposit, or maybe they think a ticket got graded wrong, or maybe a bonus didn't get applied right, or they have questions about something, they're going to want to talk to somebody. And the fact that we actually we flood the zone with people, like people will call, like even if they're texting us or chatting with us online, like we may just say like, screw this, let's just call the guy. It'll be easier than that.
Right.
And the number of times, I mean, I've had some conversations, like some angry conversations with some guys, like some pros who like, they wanted to argue about either the numbers.
They always do, Joe.
Oh, look, we're all parents on this show, right?
Yes.
Like, your kids, they'll argue with you. They're just hungry little chirping birds.
That's
like,
it.
They're never gratuitous. They're never gracious. They never appreciate things. They just want more. And so professional bettors, what a shock. They want more. But anyway, I've had some blowouts with some of these guys on the phone because everybody's free to call me. And then
they keep the account.
Yeah. The number of times I get to it and they're like, all right, well, you might be an asshole, but you guys have got the best service in the industry. Keep
Thank you.
Working. Like, to me, that's a win. Yeah, go ahead, call me an asshole.
Right.
But as long as you're happy and you're keeping your account and we're making you happy and we're keeping you satisfied, like that's the win for us, right?
Sometimes, you have to have that relationship. They need someone to vent to. They want to know you're a human being. And 3, if you do that, you earn respect.
Yeah, and you don't want to be seen as putting distance between yourself and the people who are they're paying you. They pay our bills.
You don't have a job. You don't have a company without them. That's the one reminder that I always used to say to people. We need them right now. They're going to use us. Let's use them. This is the game. Joe, last one from me before we let you go, or Matt has a follow-up. How hard is it with the tax rates? And like, I mean, like you want to operate a business and they tell you the tax rate, and then there's states changing the tax rate.
Oh yeah, we had that happen to us already.
How hard is that, Joe? That's a detriment to the entire industry.
It's not easy. It's not easy. But you know what? The regulated guys did it to themselves. Okay. You had FanDuel, DraftKings, all those Caesars, all those guys when they went into New York. They all wanted to be in New York so bad that when former Governor Cuomo said, like, yeah, well, you know what? We're going to do it at 51% tax rate. And those guys lined up and they're like, oh, yeah, we can do that. We'll do anything to get into New York. Yeah. And then a year later, they're trundling back up to Albany. And they're saying like, oh, well, we didn't know what it was going to be like. We were over enthusiastic. If you could just drop it to 35%. Because if you don't do that, we may have to start screwing your citizens. Like, right. Wow, there's a sales pitch, right? Well, and then you got like right next door, you got my home state of Pennsylvania. Like, well, we're 35%, so that's pretty tough. You got Ohio, like Governor DeWine. I don't blame him. Ohio opened up at 10%. And then about a year into operation, Governor DeWine, he can do math. Ohio State's got a great mathematics department. Like, hey, we're at 10%. God, like if we double it to 20, those guys are still saving like 15%, 31% over here. And so the tough part about that is all right, well, we wrote all of our agreements, whether it's with our local partners or whatever it may be, based on, okay, well, our tax rate's 10%, or in New Jersey now, it's like 14.5%. When legislators or governors start saying, "Oh, well, I mean, look at poor Circa. They did their deal to enter Illinois at 15%, and now Governor Pritzker, who he's a wealthy guy anyway, but no, put that aside. But Governor Pritzker's like, well, let's raise it to 35%. Poor Circa, like, what? How are they going to do it?
Right.
Now what it's going to do. And this is what I would say to lawmakers. Like there's a state senator in New Jersey who initially has proposed like, well, let's raise it to 30 from where we're at 14.5. And I think that this is bad for the industry in that I think the unintentional consequence of this is going to be to get all those big brands who are already shoving SGPs and curated parlays down the throats. The other day, I went on to DraftKings and FanDuel to try and compare baseball prices because we were getting beat up. Like, why don't you guys have dime lines on everything? Like, oh, geez. So I went in to look at their pricing. I couldn't believe how far down I had to go in order to find it because everything's an SGP, everything's a curated parlay, everything's like 5-pick madness, and what I think legislators don't realize is when they put this kind of heavy demand on, they are practically giving license to FanDuel, DraftKings, and everybody else to just keep putting the spurs to their players with these, never going to see a return on these bets. Like, yeah, okay, they bet $5, $10 instead of betting $500, $1,000, but they're just lighting money on fire because of the odds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're looking at a marketplace that it's becoming more like a sports lottery product. And, we're going to get away from, main market sides and totals, things like that. And that,
and they want that.
The thing is if you're talking about problem gambling, okay, do you want somebody who's in a market where, even the bad people can maybe pick it at like 1/3 win rate or something like that versus do you want people in a market where your odds are so long of winning on these parlays, especially these curated parlays? Like, do you think they put that ticket together because it was a surefire winner? Right. And I'm somebody who ran a parlay business, so believe me, I get it. I get it. But they're starting to make the conditions more hostile towards the companies, which is going to have the knock-on effect of making it more hostile to the players, and that could potentially lead to more problems. Some people say like, well, that's really alarmist and you're really extrapolating. It's like, well, I've been here since the beginning, guys. If anybody gets to have an opinion on that and how it may play out, I think I've definitely earned the right.
Joe, but if folks are in New Jersey or Ohio, it's going to be Kentucky, and they want to learn more about Prime Sports, how can they do so?
Go to primesports.com or primesports.com or primesportsbook.com. They both go to the same destination.
Very cool.
Hey, you didn't mention the reduced juice, guys. Come on. You're hurting my feelings.
This is what I want you to do right now. Mention any promotions or any things you have. We got a bunch of people that watch the show in New Jersey that would welcome a book.
Philly?
Gives
Philly?
Yeah, same thing.
So right now we're not really big on the bonuses. We may start rolling some bonuses out for the smaller fry guys. We're willing to take bets from anybody, but really the best thing about betting with Prime is reduced juice. Instead of laying 110, you're laying 108. So you get a 20% discount up front. I thought it was great the other day. The unabated guys, Captain Jack, first night, he's saying like, well, I'm looking at 26 MLB markets, and right now Prime would be the best price in 14 of them, right? And like, hey, thanks, Jack. Looks like somebody's campaigning for an odds feed, right?
Hey, Dave said, there we go.
Right? So, but the best, to me, the best bonus that you can have is keeping the money in your pocket, right? So that's really where we're headed right now. Like, it's reduced juice, 20% reduced juice on main markets. Everybody gets the max amount for the house, for the bet in the house. Doesn't matter if you're Billy Walters or Billy Joe Blow.
Ooh,
and
I like that.
If you're a winner, we're not going to reduce your limits, and we're not going to close your account. You just get to play. So that's our simple formula. That, and if you call up, if you have a problem, you're going to hear from somebody. We're going to flood the zone until we get your problem solved, and hopefully send you home happy.
Love it. Prime time. Prime time. Prime time.
Thank you for coming on. We'll do it again soon. All right.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks for finally having me on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Take
that
care.
is Joe Brennan from Prime Sports, primesports.com, primesportsbook.com. You guys can go check out what they got going on in New Jersey and Ohio, and soon to bed coming up. Yeah, I mean, look, it's I mean, that's what we say, right? I mean, there's certain books, Circa, Prime, like, you know, we talk, they're going to play people who watch this show. If you listen to what Dave and I talk about, listen to more Dave talks about than what I talk about pricing, about the industry, about the business. There are certain books that are opening up for people who are going to be price sensitive, and people are going to want to shop and go find places to play that won't throw you out. You know, I mean, Jeffrey Benson at Circa loves to come on. He talks more negatively than Joe is talking about, but they're both saying very similar things about where the industry is going and how frustrated they are about being in the business of wanting to take bets. And someone always says, "What business are you in?" Those guys are in the bookmaking business.
That's the only business he's in. That's the only business that, I mean, Circa's got a physical location and a casino and stuff.
Right.
Joe's got a sports book.
Joe's
answering the phone. Joe's answering the questions. If somebody,
it's live in New Jersey and Ohio. So if you're in upstate New York, it's a little tough, but if you're downstate, just cross the river.
Yeah.
Go to New Jersey.
Yeah. It's a tremendous option. You'll see it. I mean, you know, he says Jack was campaigning for
that's what you said.
I mean, you're right, Whitrock. The guy actually books the games. He answers the phone when you have a problem. If you have a beef, he'll have it out with you, let you vent, and ask you, listen, can we resolve this now? I've let you talk I used to do this at the counter.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? Well, I want to lay 8. The price is 8.5. I'm not moving a number. How much do you want to bet? Well, I wanted to bet 20,000. Okay. Well, you can bet 15 because that's the limit, and you can lay 8.5, and then we'll finish the rest at 9. Do you want that? Like Joe's trying to figure out a way to take your bet, not to not take your bet. And
I know that sounds so crazy, but it is such a profound comment on where the industry is right now.
Oh,
like books, some books don't want to take action from certain people. They don't want to take your bet. It's like, wait a minute, why not? The best handicappers in the world, the best gamblers in the world are at 57%. 57%. That's what we're worried about. These books are worried about a 57% player who's the top. Everybody else is trying to come anywhere near 57, 55, 54%. But we're going to shut them off. Like one of the greatest things you ever said was when you said shutting somebody off after they win is the dumbest thing in the world because you can't have any shot at getting your money back.
Oh,
they walk out the door with your money. Like they're gone. Like what? You don't want them to leave with your money. Get them back. Keep them playing.
The first time I saw it happen, I was working at the Nugget, and this guy came in and carved us up. But he was staying a week. He came in and won the first 2 days he was winning. They're like, yeah, that guy can only bet nickels now. He said he's up 20,000. Well, what are you talking about? Well, we can't beat him. You don't even know him. He's leaving with your money. You know, Dave, just write the tickets. Oh, okay, no problem. And that was the first time. It was a lot of transition. They had fired Chris and everything else that went on.
Right.
And they didn't know what they were doing. So I was like, okay. You watch the money walk out the door. You get no shot at getting it back. If you're going to be here a week, I mean, I'm going to at least let you play, you know? And if not, I can't win. You've already won. The goal is to back and forth. We trade money long enough where the juice is enough for the book. That's the relationship. Some guys got to win. Some guys more are going to lose. Girls, guys, whatever. I don't mean
right.
discriminate, but
fine. Right. Yeah.
It's I mean, you hear the stories with the tax rates. I just don't. I mean, it makes it very, very difficult to operate this type of business with a very small margin. Their margins are razor thin. The book margins business, they keep talking about it. You guys know from watching the show and having reporters on like Linehan and Altruda and all the guys that we know. And we talk about hold percentage. And that's how they sell to Wall Street guys. Well, we have a, 18% hold percentage. You have an 18% hold percentage. You don't have a book.
Right.
You better keep getting new customers because you don't
everyone's leaving.
operate on enough.
Everyone's leaving.
They're broke.
Yeah, no winners. Yeah, everyone's losing. Yeah, right. Do you think this is ever going to happen where we have a repeal of the Wire Act and we allow cross-state betting?
Well, this goes back to your federal discussion. I think something has to happen for that to happen. I don't know, something positive, something negative, but like right now,
yes, I would agree.
I sent you that text and we can talk about it next week. Like Linehan put out the thing with Minnesota. Like Minnesota's trying to pass a bill. Like
they don't want it passed.
They don't want it passed.
No in-game betting. What is that?
No in-game betting and start at 40% tax rate.
Yeah, goodbye.
As an operator, I go,
goodbye.
I don't want. I look, Minnesota's a great state. There's a lot of people watch the show, live there. They would love to have books at their, on their phones and on the apps. Not at that. I don't want to go there and operate.
So, Benny, I don't know if the Supreme Court would need to rule on the Wire Act. You could just repeal it through Congress. I don't think you'd need to have a court case like PATSBA to go to the Supreme Court. I don't think so. I think the Congress could repeal PATSBA, could repeal the Wire Act, which would then allow gambling lines and information to go across state lines. That's what's stopping it right now. It's not interstate commerce. It's not the FTC. It's not the SEC. It's you aren't allowed to transmit gambling information between states.
Yeah, something's going to have to happen to get that to fall. And I think
1960.
that's the only way.
What was it? 1951?
Right?
61 or 51?
I think it's 1961.
That's pops in my brain.
Yeah, but I mean, they use that to get people all the time.
Yep,
that's still a thing.
Yep, 1961
violated this, and
yeah, it states whoever's being engaged in the business of betting or wagering knowingly uses a wire communication facility for the transmission of interstate or foreign commerce or of bets or wages may be fined and or sent to prison. And when's the last time you went to a wire communication facility? Guess what? This is a wire communication facility in our hands.
Right.
So that's the problem with the writing of the Wire Act. It was passed in 1961. It's 2024. They had no idea what was coming.
Nick Tom just came in the chat and said this is the constitutionality portion of the show. You get the show. Nick Tom gets the show. I love the Calvin and Hobbes and the witty comments.
It's tremendous.
I don't know. This is like, I mean, I told you years ago, I was sitting in a book and I had an idea for like a future book. I literally just wanted to do a future book. I said, I just want to book futures.
Mm-hmm.
There's a market for this. I can manage it. Can I do this? And they're like, yeah, you can't. You're going to violate everything. You need 100 lawyers to fight this because you want to take bets from everywhere. I'm like, they're going to do this. At some point, they're going to do this. But now, if you're in Illinois, you can only bet in Illinois. If you're in Vegas, you can only bet in Vegas or in Nevada. It's state by state by state. So to answer your question, I don't know what has to happen for it to get to that. I mean, do we trust it to have one way of doing all of this?
No, but it's the only way to really make it so people are going to be able to operate a business nationwide. I mean, there needs to be the ground rules. What rules are we playing by? That's the problem. And because, like Joe was talking about, we have enabled it to go to the British colonies route, which is each individual state has its own rules and laws.
Right.
To homogenize it all, I don't know how you really do that now. Because if you're the government and you come in and go, all right, so your state rate's 35%, the federal rate's 15%. So now we're operating with a 50% tax rate across the country?
Huh.
Like you can't do that. It's over. Like that's it.
You know who's not going to operate on that?
Yeah, the offshore. Everything gets driven. Everything gets driven right back to the offshore.
Goes
right
back. It goes right back
to what it was. Right, exactly. So that's why.
That's the thing. I think they have to, at some point. You can reach out to me at SportsBK Consig. You can email the show, askthebvb@gmail.com. You get direct in touch with that. I don't want to bury Sports Talk Matt. He's getting enough birthday wishes today. But you can get us, like you could sit down because there's places and people doing it that have done it for a long, long time. That's who they should be modeling. Joe said it without saying it. They took and listened to the wrong people of what they did with all this. And now
or maybe they listened to the right people that they knew their intentions were not of the best interest of the business. Who they spoke to. They may not have been as naive as we all, as perceived in the process of it getting done.
Exactly.
So
inside job, envelopes, briefcases, bricks, trucks
to make sure it happened. So, all right, we got to do roll call Thursday here in 5 minutes. So we'll do one quick story and then we'll get to roll call Thursday here.
Holy crap,
it'll be just
it's Thursday. I forgot it's roll call Thursday.
The A's announced they're going to play 3 years in Sacramento before moving to Vegas. It is real. This is real. This is happening. This is real. This is happening. They're going to play the same ballpark as the AAA affiliate that plays there now in Sacramento. They average about 5,000 fans a night. The A's have been averaging about 3,000 fans a night. So there's more an audience they feel for baseball, for pro baseball in Sacramento than there is. But this is because, and I have a text out to our friend in television in the Bay Area. I believe the A's get to keep all of their TV money because they stayed in the marketplace.
Oh.
Because the Kings the Sacramento Kings are technically part of the same DMA as over in California as the Bay Area.
DMA is an industry term for?
I forget the district market access. I forget what the A stands for. But it's essentially your television size, your television market size. Okay. So they get to keep themselves, because initially Oakland, the city, met with them on Tuesday and said, you can stay. We want $97 million, which is the money that they were going to make from their television rights in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So Oakland said, you want to play in the Coliseum? That's fine. We want every dollar you got. And they said, thanks, but no thanks. We're taking the money and we're going to pay the guys in Sacramento, juice up the ballpark and play there until our ballpark in Vegas is ready. So they have an option to stay another year extra if they have to, because if it's not ready by 28, they'll stay another year and play there and then have the ballpark here. But the Tropicana closed on Tuesday. Demolition is already set to begin very soon on that. They got to level the whole property. They got to grade it out. They got to put the plumbing in. They got years and years and years of work to go to get that ballpark built where they want to build the ballpark. People are still skeptical that ballpark will ever get built where it's going to get built
on the Trop site.
Yeah. There's still questions about whether that thing ever gets built. I mean, it's not like we talked to the guy at the Super Bowl who told us it's happening. It's where it's being built. All of this talk is a bunch of garbage. It's done. Okay. He's on the committee. He helped to bring the A's here, so he would know. But we'll see. But the A's will play in Sacramento starting next year.
Did he know who he was talking to that day? Do you think? Do you think he just told us that to get us to stop asking? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, what was he going to say? Looking back at that interview now, we did some great interviews. If you guys haven't gone back and seen the Super Bowl week of interviews, I'm so proud of that whole week of who we talked to, what we did, all those things. Go on the YouTube channel at Boston versus the Book. It's the second week of February. You can see the Super Bowl with the, with the thumbnails that P-Roll did for those.
I hope Sacramento keeps them. I'm dead serious. I hope Sacramento keeps the A's. Keep them. Build them a ballpark. Have them go there and be like, oh, this feels great. This is like home. We're staying here. We're not leaving anywhere.
We're not leaving now.
I don't want any part of it. There was a thing on Twitter yesterday where our guy in Las Vegas locally tweeted out saying Sacramento was trying to steal the A's. I said, let them steal the A's. Yes. Let them. Let them steal the ace. Please let them steal the ace. If you want the ace, Sacramento, please save us all the headache, the construction headache, the traffic headache, the empty ballpark headache, the garbage baseball, we have to watch with the Oakland A's becoming the Las Vegas A's.
It seems like it would be such a bailout. Like if that happened, like they're going to profit for not trying. Like they're not trying at all.
They're
You're going to
awful.
build them a brand new ballpark on one of the busiest corners in the
country.
United States.
In the country.
It's going to be a crown jewel of, the amount of marketing and stuff you get. Post a picture of anything Vegas and it gets thousands, millions and stuff of views. You're going to have a baseball team there and you ain't even trying. I don't think it's right. It's not going to work.
Yeah, everyone's wondering what they're going to call themselves in the next 3 years. Are they the Sacramento A's? Are they the Las Vegas A's? Are they the Oakland A's? Who are they?
Put it in the chat.
It's a great question. Name. I don't know. It's a great question.
What you think the A's should be called? I mean,
what they're going to be.
California Athletics?
So
the CA that way, like the old angel emblem?
Interesting.
California Athletics?
California Athletics. That's probably what they'll do. It's probably a decent know. It's probably a decent idea as to what they're going to do. So
all right, is it time?
It is time.
All right, we need 3-digit area codes. If you guys are new to the show or girls are new to the show, I need a 3-digit area code from where you're watching the show right now. Now, if you live in Seattle, but you're in Montana, we could use one of those. Like, put the Montana area code. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's Thursday. We're a little bit off. All right. So we don't really have any rap or anything like this. I just wanted to just have everybody like in unison. If you were here, we would all sing like when mom walks in with the candle and says, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peralt. Happy birthday to you.
Really?
So, yeah, listen, you're supposed to make the person whose birthday it is feel a little bit awkward when you do it. That kind of does it. I do it every time I start rapping and you don't even know what to do. So that's what we did. Yeah, that's what we did on a Thursday on Roll Call Friday. You trying to get us in trouble?
I don't know. It was getting in trouble, you think?
No, you get 15 seconds. I have the rule. Play it for 15 seconds and we're good. No flags.
15 seconds?
15 seconds, count it out.
Really?
Put it close to the microphone. 15.
1-5. All right.
Ready?
That is something if you're an OG radio, every single birthday since I was 22 years old, played that on my birthday on the shows I've been on. So
love it.
Band's called Cracker. Band's the first band I ever saw live when I was 15 years old. I skipped school to go see a Cracker concert by myself.
Kids don't do that on your birthday.
Yeah.
15, skip school and go see a band.
So fun.
Where was it at?
A bar called the Avalon in Boston.
A bar?
Yep. A bar, a club, bar, all ages show.
Oh, okay. So you didn't sneak in.
No. It was all ages show.
But it was on top of everything. You got the parlay. You skipped school and you snuck in a joint you weren't supposed to be in.
Start with Francisco
Escondido, California. First in order. Francisco Ochoa. Welcome, sir. Thank you for being here. As always, he always shows up like the post office. Monday, Friday, Thursday, roll call. Can't even get us with the rain or the snow in New England. Speaking of snow, 315 Oswego, New York. Snowy 37 degrees for CBW. TP, are you with me? Question mark 206. Go Mariners. Good luck. The team can't hit right now. They cannot score. They're a go against until further notice. Fish Killer 73. 202. Carjack capital of the U.S.
Really?
I didn't see that.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Via the 540 at Nats Park for Buccos versus Nats.
Nice.
And then downtown for Penguins Caps It's a big day. I'll be on
Wow.
Sports Grid later. I'm getting all penguined up. They pulled me back in. They beat the Caps tonight. They may make the playoffs. Enjoy your night, sir. Fish Killer 73. George Mason, 902, Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, Canada. Happy birthday, P-Roll. You like this Phillies kind of model? This is baby blue with the
It's nice.
thing like that,
That's
George?
nice. Yeah.
All right. Boss 429-216, Cleveland, Ohio, 42 degrees and cloudy. JPC, the fourth, and the 313. Chef Benny, the Vegas A's from Oakland and Sacramento. See, too wordy. That's a word salad, Chef B. Shorten it up. Shorten it up. JC from KC, 216, Cleveland, Ohio, 43 degrees. Getting chilly again back east. That's no good. Gary Flights, thank you for the super chat yesterday, sir. Appreciate you. Whoa, time out. Time out. What happened?
Mikey Austin just sent me the set list
What happened?
for the Cracker concert at Avalon on April 23rd in 1996. That's insane that that's on the internet, Mikey.
That's
but
the show?
Fine. No, because 96 is, I was in college in 96.
Okay.
So find the Avalon show. It would be 1991 or 2, I believe.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So I would be out because I graduated high school in 95. So when I was 15, do the math.
93.
So 93.
93.
So find the 93 show, Mikey. Find that. And then that would be crazy. I'll print that off and put that on my wall. I got the ticket stub. I got the ticket stub on my
You
wall.
still have the ticket stubs. Kids, they have tickets. They're paper. They keep the stubs. That's what we did.
I've got a whole I have two gigantic full framed of just tickets from concerts that I've been to in my life.
Oh, I got sporting events. That's great.
I've
That's
got
awesome.
I have press passes for that. I've got a whole gigantic huge thing. I have press passes for that.
I have a couple press passes, but I mostly paid for the tickets or had them given to me. But either way,
keep going.
Gary Flights is in 419 Toledo, Ohio.
Hi,
Thank
Gary.
you again, sir, for the super chat yesterday. Great question. Good luck with those futures. If the rhythm model's right.
NC State, baby. Let's ride.
I mean, he just came on and said, how much?
Hey, 20-1. Bet NC State to win it all. It's a better bet than money line.
Well, no, he's got the NC State future.
I know, but everybody else. I'm talking about him. Everybody else. 20-1.
20-1. I mean, it's not a bad play. So
at the other half, side,
Gary should definitely bet Purdue to win it all and bet
UConn
to win it all. That's way less juice. Just get those locked up so you don't lose no units. It's all about the units and it's all about the inches. We're fighting again for the inches. Sonic 602. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Contour 22 is back in the 702. A lot of twos there, boys. D Weezy 704. Charlotte 58 degrees there. Addison, the wrench. What does this say? 785 Topeka, Kansas? That's where I woke up driving to Indiana today. What?
Missouri dispensaries have good stuff.
Hey, the blueberry. That's just what I heard. I don't know nothing about it. You're our resident expert, Addison, on that stuff. Yeah. Any questions we have, we refer to you in the Discord. What's the Discord again, P-Roll?
Well, you go to thebvbshow.com and click the link.
There you go. That's our website. We have a website now. Thanks to SoCal DJ has helped us out with that. Yep. Scott Bartholomew, there's our guy holding it down, even on a Thursday, 907 Ketchikan, Alaska. Thank you, Bartholomew. One Snap Bonvie, Amherstburg, Ontario, Canada, 519. Welcome, sir. How's the Oilers games go last night? Not too good.
5-0.
Wow. It wasn't good.
Smoked.
We got to shake it up.
Second period over.
Second period over. Again. Corey McBeth, 402, Omaha, Nebraska. Kevin Whitrock, 319, Iowa City, Iowa.
Matt's life.
Daily.
This literally is my life. Omaha, Iowa, New Hampshire.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
On my birthday, those are the three in a row.
Right.
That is my life.
And cold and snowy. For Deuce Daily, 603. That is your life right now. That's going to be your life this weekend. That's fantastic. Kevin Roper, 601, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 73 and sunny down there. We got to get down to Mississippi at some point, P-Roll. I know you were there before. I've never been. Jimmy Jack with 4Ks, 585, Rochester, New York. Blue Spader, 702, North Las Vegas. Hold it down for everybody. There's Uncle Dan, Brother Dan, 215. Better leave that key. You know where that place is. I'm coming to the house. I am staying at your house.
You fly red eye tonight?
Red eye, I'll be there in the morning. Uncle Dan, I'll buy you breakfast if you wait to leave for the camping trip. Meet me for breakfast, please. 215.
Which is
Vinny
better?
Konowinski.
Which is better? I'm flying. You're flying at what, 1 a.m.?
My flight leaves at, I think, midnight or 11:50.
My flight leaves at 5 a.m. Friday, tomorrow morning. Which is better?
I don't know. I got to stop in Detroit.
Oh, I'm direct to Chicago.
Yeah, I got to stop in Detroit. I'm going to take a picture in Detroit. I might pick up a
I like that airport's gorgeous. I'm a big fan.
I love that.
Detroit airport's gorgeous.
Detroit airport.
It's really nice.
I'm having breakfast in that Detroit airport tomorrow.
There you go.
If anybody has any recommendations, let me know.
Fort Wayne, great. Suburb of Chicago. Phenomenal.
Fort Wayne, Konowinski, Vinny Konowinski, 260 Fort
Great.
Wayne, Indiana. It's cold. Thank you.
Vinny, do I need a winter coat? Like,
Tell him, Vinny.
Is it that type of cold? Like, can I avoid bringing my winter coat? Or do I need a winter coat?
Softened up. You're going to be cold.
I don't care being cold. I mean, like, am I going to be miserable if I just wear layers? Like, I don't.
Yes.
My winter coat is bulky as holy hell. I don't want to wear it.
Well, then don't wear it. Just suffer the consequences. You're going to be cold. Layer up. The other thing you better do is, definitely better layer up.
Yeah.
AOWN 319 Independence, Iowa. Rick J. 916 Sacramento, future home of the A's. Welcome, Rick J. Thank you for being here, sir. Santana 928 Yuma, Arizona. Vamos Serpientes. Not bad. Not bad. So far, good start for that team. J. Dow Betts 410 St. Michael, Maryland. Happy birthday, Matt. St. Travels, fellas. Yeah, the Pirates are going to beat the Orioles 2 out of 3 this weekend in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
I'm just telling you right now, Jay Dow.
Okay.
But I'll be up in Philly if you want to take a ride up. Bring Mrs. K Dow, KD Dow, if you want. We'll say hello. SoCal DJ 951 Riverside. Pierre Chevalier 613 Ottawa, Ontario. Andy Caston 702 Las Vegas. James Berger 563 Davenport, Iowa. Happy B-Day, P. Rolt.
Thank you.
Who's this? Quan Knowles?
404.
404 ATL.
Oh, nice.
I know that from ATL Coos.
Nice. Okay.
He's in the 404.
We're growing.
Don't let us get dirty south. Don't let's get down there. That would be amazing. We get
Masters week. It's a big week down there.
Yes. John Serrett, 304 Oak Hill, West Virginia. See, even in states like West Virginia, we got people watching the show. Guys, where everybody at to watch the show? All over. LL 480 Chandler, Arizona. John, just John, 724 Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Dave, are you doing the pick on Pirate pregame? Unfortunately, not right now, John. They haven't seen the time hasn't worked out. I'm trying to talk to them, John. But if you need to pick, email me at SportsBK and say I check the email very rarely. Just tweet at me. It's the only way to get me right now.
I.e. never.
Yeah, I'm really bad with the email. D Stout 19 507 Pipestone, Minnesota. D Stout, you ain't getting sports gambling up there. I'm just telling you. I just read the the papers this morning. Doesn't look good for you. But thank you for being here, sir. Eron Sean 703 Centerville, Virginia. Raidmaker 512-412 Pittsburgh, PA. The city is underwater. Happy birthday, P. Rolt.
Thank you.
Let's see. We got George Pavlik, 973, Hillside, New Jersey. No more Pirate pregame picks for Davey Dave. It doesn't look that way, Uncle Dan. You're right. Geo to WAP, 949, via San Diego, wishing Matt a great B-Day and having another one right now in your honor.
Enjoy it.
I love the way Geo just moves Fridays to Thursdays, plays pickleball, and then gets whacked all afternoon. Betting baseball. He's enjoying himself. Oh, what did I say? It's what he's doing.
Go on. Keep going.
Dick Tom, 518 Sharon Springs, New York. Population 487.
Well, 97.
That's
huh?
under. Holy crap.
That's tiny.
That's it. 497. Jim Montgomery, 215 Philly Burbs. Go Sixers. Monty, maybe I'll see you this weekend, brother. I'll be there tomorrow. Monty's right next to where I'll be, most likely. So reach out. Text line 702-570-8255. We can reach that. They'll tell me the text is there. We'll see it. We'll go. Chef Benny, 401 Rhode Island. Happy birthday,
What's up?
P-Roll. Chef Benny. Rumor is Chef Benny might be in the 215 area this weekend. So I might be seeing Chef Benny.
How
Little
about that?
one-on-one Chef B time. Hopefully he's got a whole line of hats. The Chef Benny collection. You guys
Look at
saw him on his Twitter.
Go tell Joe we already got him an account.
There we go. Look at that. Steve, look at that. 513 Cincinnati just signed up for a Prime Sportsbook account. Happy birthday, P-Roll. Hell yeah. I'm texting Joe BJ. I'm screenshotting that right after the show. That was excellent. That's what we do.
That's great.
Linus Crimmage, 705, or really
1 degree
Ontario, 1
Celsius.
degree Celsius. Has it been 1 degree Celsius where Linus is for like 3 months?
Pretty
I mean,
much.
seriously,
He's in Canada.
ridiculous.
So, yeah.
Mikey Awesome, the Wrench, 757 ODU, Brigadeville, Virginia. Careful on the ship, Matt. Maples, Air Up, 317.
What's up?
Indie Gang.
Love it.
All right, I just looked at the clock. Get us out of here. We'll finish the rest on the other
Well,
side.
you can do a couple of more here real quick.
Oh, you
Ross
sure?
Randall. Yeah, do Ross Randall. Get him
Ross
on there.
Randall, 978, Amesbury, Massachusetts. What does that say? 8 inches of wet,
Heavy snow.
snow and a nor'eastering like an SOB. Happy birthday, P-Roll. That sounds miserable.
We'll end it with that.
8 inches.
For
More on the
For
other
those of
side.
you guys who are live, thank you for being here. Don't move. You're going to stick around for bonus time. If you're listening on SiriusXM or watching on Sports Grid, thank you so much for doing so. We're back on a Monday. Tomorrow, Friday, will be a best of show on both platforms. Don't move. Anybody else who's with us, stick around. We start bonus time right now. Okay.
Joby J just got in the chat. I just saw that. Thanks so much, Matt and Dave. It was great to chat with you finally. Hope
Nice.
to see you guys in our book soon.
Phenomenal.
That's great. Well, we just got Steve in there, so that's good.
So let's move. Let's keep moving.
Sully, 518 Saratoga, New York. Bring the BvB to Saratoga for the Belmont this year. Sully, I like the way you think. I ain't a horse guy, but I ain't never been to Saratoga. I think it would be a wonderful experience and a great meeting place because we do have guys that are horse guys. And I've heard Saratoga is lovely in the summer. That's a really good idea. There's Vinco on a Thursday. Vinco, I hope you ain't getting in trouble because it ain't Friday night where you're at. I mean, it's actually Friday where you're at.
It is, right?
Thursday here. 385 Croatia. Happy birthday, Matt. Have you ever
Thank you.
been wished a happy birthday by anyone from Croatia?
That is a first. That is very cool. Thank
I
you.
love this show. I love this show. Roger Long, senior member of the brigade, 765 Clifton, Indiana. Although Roger's in tremendous shape. We saw
Yes.
Roger live at the
Tremendous.
Resorts World Show. If you didn't see that and you need to know what Roger looks like, the guy's a superstar and he has that John Facenda voice.
He does.
Really deep. Let's see. We got the Juice, 602 Phoenix, Arizona. Feliz cumpleaños, Maddie. Have fun in Chi-Town. I'll be at the semis for the Final Four on Saturday.
Good job.
That's good work, the Juice. I was going to
yeah.
be down there, and plans change. I got to go back east. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully, you get a seat that you can see the court because it looks like there's a lot of seats that you can't see the court.
$300 for the nosebleed.
You got to watch the game on the big screen. You can't see nothing from up there. Tiny little people. Kyle Meyer, 541 Eugene, Oregon. Hello. Got the whole West Coast covered. There's TJ Fincher, 205 RTR.
That's a resident Alabama fan. RTR is Roll Tide Roll.
Can you say it with a Southern accent?
Roll Tide Roll. Not really. TJ's got a better one than I do. I never got the whole Southern accent.
Thank goodness. I don't think it would work. Although
How
you
about
can
this?
dial up
How
some
about
things.
this? Oregon to Alabama to New York City.
Lamb Vu,
We're just-
212 NYC. Happy
That's-
birthday, Matt.
Crisscrossing the country right there.
Bang, bang,
That's pretty-
bang.
That's cool.
JR 33312 702 Vegas. Johnny
Right to Vegas.
Parlay, native of the 513 Dayton, Ohio, but now living the dream in Summerlin here in Las Vegas.
What's up? My
Fat
neighbor.
Head 530 State of Jefferson, Redding, California, 52 and cloudy where he's at. ATL Coos, there he is.
Yeah.
404. Double up the Atlanta people. Happy day, y'all. Football Guy 97 717 Lancaster, PA. And, listen, sir, I'll be around. I think, like I said, the games in Philly were canceled. Uh-oh. I just got an ad and all of my, I don't even know where to go back.
I can start.
There it
for
is.
You.
All right. I got it. Geo to WAP.
Yeah, just go to Heath underneath. Oh no, NC's yeah.
Look at that. Heath Bierce, 309 East Moline. Is it Moline, Illinois?
Moline, Illinois. Yep.
Okay, East Moline. Orange whip, 3 orange whips. PB 941 Venice, Florida, 76 degrees and sunny. Happy birthday, Matt. It's always sunny. Always, every time PB texts us or comes in a thing.
This is
Chef Benny does have an 8 a.m. flight to Philly tomorrow. Well, I'll see you there.
This is the guy I'm going to the game with tomorrow. Wrigley. I'm going to Wrigley with TJ tomorrow.
Look at that. What does that say? TJ7333.find?
Don't know what that his handle means.
All right. Well, listen. Let's find TJ. That's 847 Hoffman.
We're meeting at the book tomorrow. Yeah, that's where we're meeting at the book to go to the game tomorrow.
Well, I mean, between the two of you, one of you got to take a picture of the BvB in Wrigley.
Oh no, that's already planned. Yeah, okay. It's already planned. Yeah.
GBRGH 716 Buffalo, New York. Great meeting you guys at Resorts World. Talking with Roger is a spiritual experience. You're right. You're right, Lair. Bring a windbreaker and a hoodie, Matt. LOL. Oh, skull cap and gloves. Weather will keep the beers cold. Just give it to him straight, TJ.
Wait a minute.
Good.
Look who's in the chat.
What the hell is this?
Look,
Captain Jack popped in. We got to have Captain Jack on the show next.
We do.
856 in the winter, 609 in the summer.
Smart man.
You know. No. I know. Actually, that's exactly what that means. Oh, that's
good
great
stuff.
Welcome, Cap.
That's great to see, man. That's awesome.
That is great stuff right there.
You got a shout out on the interview. So we got one more. Got Kansas.
Pop it up and see. There it is. So that's Dakota Jayhawk.
Yep.
913 Kansas City, Kansas. Jayhawk fan, Dakota.
And you're right, Mikey. TJ and Cecilia do make delicious cookies. Yes, that was the OG Daily Juice fundraising for 2 years. But we'll circle that back. We'll do another one at some point for fundraising. It was 1 million, 5 million. The podcast now is at 13 million. So I got to figure out what the next milestone is for listens before
Holy crap.
Right, 3 years, 13 million. So yeah, and that does not include the.
You got to figure out a way to incorporate that with like a little cross thing with this, and then blow it up.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to get a lot of people come over. That's where a lot of people have found me here.
We could get cookie orders from. We could set a number, 42 states.
Oh,
Mike, we could get
interesting. Yeah, Jay, they're good cookies, right? You need more of those cookies. Yeah, look at some of the best cookies they were. They're really good. I got cool pictures of Madeline with them. Right. It was wild. Yeah, we raised $1,000 and $5,000 for the Ramadan's house in back-to-back years with the first 2 years of the juice. It was fun because I thought 1 million listeners, like holy shit, 1 million. It was like 5 million. Holy shit, 5 million. Now we're like 13 million. Right. That's not including the YouTube video, the YouTube views. So we'll have to do something at some point in the very near future.
Love it
on that. Okay. Super chats. We got to get to those. There's a bunch of them.
Are there?
JC from KC. Enjoy the trip. First round of beer or hot chocolates on me. Thank you, JC from KC. I appreciate the birthday wishes. From Gio the Wap. Happy birthday. First drink in Chi-Town's on the house. That's a great at the top shelf drink. I appreciate that. Let's go top shelf. D Stout 19. Happy birthday, Matt. Just popped in to wish you safe travel to Chicago. Thank you. Been busy all day. Drink on me. We'll catch up later. Yes, absolutely. We love to catch up with you.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Matt. Great interview with JBB. Always appreciate the behind the curtain discussion. Also, Tigers are still the best team in baseball.
Hold strong.
Wait, Gio, did you mean to do this twice? Did you mean to pay twice, or did you get double billed? Did you mean to? He left 2 super chats the same amount.
He's been, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you. You just dropped it in twice on us.
It's a double.
The double hit. So I go get a double.
3 fingers.
A 3-finger. Ooh, okay. Let's go do that. Sorry. We're in bonus time. Yeah, we're in bonus time. Never do that again.
What? That's how you get a drink. What were you thinking? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? That's how you get a drink.
Never do that again. Oh my God.
People wrecking cars all over. Just said, yeah.
Oh my God. That was unbelievable.
That's how you get a drink. Tell the bartender. Kids.
Oh my
Pay attention.
god. I was like, we're in bonus time. Oh, Jesus Christmas. That was amazing. Yes. Oh my god, that's too good. Wow. It's amazing.
Welcome to the show.
J-Dow. Well, let me do 47, so 49 has to do. Thank you, man. J-Dow Bets. That's really nice of you. I cannot believe that just happened. That was too good. Oh god, this show.
There ain't no communication school for this.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, that's too good. Yes, Nick, I know what he was doing, but there's something else we're talking about besides
I'm not talking about
I
nothing
am.
else. I don't know what you people are talking about.
just
We're
the way
talking
you
about
put it up. It's like,
Three.
oh
Like
my,
this.
oh my god. You know that Creighton used to play Wichita all the time, so the shocker was always that it was always they would do this. This is their symbol, and we all just would like go like, "You're openly doing this. Like this is you guys are actually doing this for your."
It's a gang sign. What was that?
No, it's the shocker. This is what the W. This is what they say for a
That's
W.
a W.
Yes, but they're called the
Looks
Wichita State
different.
Shockers. They're called the Shockers. That's their name.
It looks different when you do it.
It's 100% different. There's no debating it. It's 100% different.
Oh, it looks very different than when you
Oh goodness gracious, that's too good. That's too
almost peed
good.
my pants.
Time for better to book. Oh, that's too good. All right, better to book it. Here is your long shot of long shot parlays.
What the hell did you do here?
Knicks money line.
Uh-oh. You're good with the bad news today with the Knicks?
I am. He wasn't going to play, so it's okay. It's baked into the line.
Okay.
It's 3.5.
Yeah.
Knicks have lost 3 games in a row.
They have. They look like trash, too.
They need to win. This is
Dear God.
huge.
Okay.
Must win. Indiana State money line. Cardinals
Okay.
Cardinals money line.
Baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're playing Miami. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's home opener for the Cardinals too. Bruins
they're
money
winning.
line.
What are they going to get rained out? Is it bad in St. Louis?
Oh, is it really?
Otherwise?
Oh, that would stink. I don't think so. It
Oh,
would stink if it was.
Yeah.
Bruins dogs on the road to the Hurricanes tonight. Plus 965.
Yeah, I'm booking this one.
Of course, it's a 10-1 parlay. Of course, you're gonna book it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Joe, Captain Jack, all the boys are watching.
Yeah.
100%. I can't say I'm going to say bet this one.
4 sports, 4 bets.
4-4. We're fighting this number thing.
Plus
You know,
965.
Yeah. No,
I think what beats me, if I'm asking what beats me,
Bruins.
Indiana State.
True. I was going to say Bruins first because they're losing to the Panthers tonight.
No, they lost
Yeah.
3-2 the first one.
Ah!
They're pissed off.
Ah!
Pissed off. And actually, the Bruins have been better on the road at times than at home. So, you know,
They have been. That's a good point.
so
But yeah, Indiana State is Seton Hall's 100% live to win that game.
yep, agreed.
The Knicks are supposed to win, and you bet against the Marlins until further notice.
Correct. Yeah. So, I mean, I think Indiana State's the real scary one in that point because I think Seton Hall is going to slow tempo down dramatically. The one thing that goes in your favor is a 21-1 record. It's either 19-1 or 21-1. I read both, but both could be accurate technically. But for the state of Indiana, games that the Sycamores played in state this year, they have 1 loss in the state of Indiana.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. It's going to be it's a home game.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm not going to lie. It's a 4:00 game. I'm going to be so dialed into the Penguins and the Capitals. I mean, as a fan, and like they have hope again. And I know that's probably not a good thing, but I'll be watching. I'll have that on in the back. But my priority tonight, like when I'm on, like Jack sent me the text, like, what are you focusing on tonight? I'm like, the final, the NIT. We had on the guy that's calling it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to watch it with audio the first hour and listen to Mike,
Mm-hmm.
who was great on the show with us yesterday. Guys, if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that. That was a fun interview. He went to Pete Ralton and went to college. It was like, this is your life for a little bit. It was great. That game's going to be a good basketball game. You like the under, though.
I think Seton Hall, they can't win an over game. They cannot keep up. I'm winning easily. This game goes over. Indiana State's clearing it. Money line, win by 5 or 6 points, and we're good. Seton Hall can't keep up. They're not. They're a defensive minded.
Okay.
Slow them down. It's how they beat Creighton. It's how they beat. So they beat UConn.
Right.
They're not. They get if we're going back and forth, they're in trouble. Seton Hall's in trouble.
Give the boys that have hung with us this long a quick poll to vote on in this game. Money line, Indiana State or Seton Hall, who wins the game? Forget the 3. We ain't worried about the points. Who wins the game? We got a lot of people from Indiana. What? What did I say? You got your mind is.
You just said in Diana.
That's the way they type it in the chat.
Yes, so I have my mind somewhere.
I just said that's
I didn't
what they
say
say in the chat.
You said in Diana.
Jeez. Oh, my God.
Chat is up. I am voting Indiana State, but it's going to be tight.
It's a 3-finger play.
I didn't get you. I was trying to get you on that.
I came with the 3-finger play.
It's going to be tight. 2-10, Philly and Miami. Embiid has to play. Doesn't play, no bet. He plays, over.
We still don't know if he's playing. It's 1:15 in the afternoon. I mean, what the hell are we doing at the end of the season with the NBA? I don't think he's playing.
Well, then don't bet it.
Okay.
If he plays, bet it. If not. And then finally, Royals money line against the White Sox today. JC
from KC, love.
No, I mean that. It's just they have Seth Lugo. Lugo pitched really well. They're expecting big things out of him. It's they lost 2 of 3. I think they unfortunately
walked off against the Orioles yesterday. It was
2 teams. I mean, look, Orioles Twins is a hard start. That's a hard 2 teams to face. So you're coming back. White Sox are garbage, and they're pitching one of the worst pitchers who got crushed in his first outing.
JC from KC says book it.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah, he's worried about the bullpen. JC, relax. They're going to win today. They're playing the White Sox. Lugo's going to pitch good.
Lugo, the bullpen may not be needed. The bullpen, it might be 5-0 by the time they get the bullpen
Royals
up in the 7th inning.
For sure. There's David, a late arrival for roll call Thursday. David, 920 Green Bay, Wisconsin. Yeah. There, see, Tommy Lorenzo. My favorite old-time baseball player is Hall of Famer Mordecai 3 Fingers Brown. This is why I love Tilo. I forgot about Mordecai. This is good. 3 fingers. 3 Fingers Brown. What?
Oh, my God.
What are we doing? We're in bonus time. We say whatever the fuck we want.
Favorite thing about today's one.
3 fingers. That's my favorite thing about today. It's just completely organic. It just comes up. Sometimes it goes right from here to here and out onto the show, into the chat. There's no filter. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Right. It's funny. No, in all seriousness.
Yeah.
I love you. Happy birthday. It's we talked this morning. We had a meeting this morning. We got a meeting this afternoon. I talked to you more than I talked to my wife. Minutes. And I genuinely am beyond thankful for you, this show. Wish you nothing but the best this weekend. I hope it rains and pours and you're cold and miserable, so you bitch and complain.
Oh, it's coming.
Because it's not going to stop. And you can follow him on Instagram.
I'm going to post all sorts of shit with me. I'm going to post all sorts of shit to me crying. I'm going to whine.
We might have to do a damn Twitter Spaces
from Wrigley
the game where you bitch and complain for 20 minutes. And I'll be sitting in some place in Philadelphia with maybe some brigade members. But
it'd be fun.
The show, phenomenal.
Have we had a picture of a BvB hat at Wrigley or at the United Center yet? We're going to cross those off this week.
We have not.
Yeah, so I think we're going to do that. That'd be cool. So, guys, we're going to start to do this. Like, again, Dave says before, but like when you go to events, take your BvB hat, take a picture, and we're going to start to put together collages in different stadiums around the country. Yeah. Wear BvB hats. Where in the world are the BvB? Is what we're going to do. We're going to put together all these different things. We're going to retweet it from the account, and then we're going to start to put together really cool collages and videos of where you guys have taken the hats. And let's see how many different hats we can get ourselves in the different facilities and stadiums around the country. It'd be very
cool. Guys, like P. Ralt and I have been saying from the beginning, we're bringing Vegas to you with us. We're sharing our lives in Vegas with you. You guys are sharing the BvB at all these different sporting events, with the hats and the show of coming up and showing up and, the watch time, the chats, the funny, whatever. It's all working. So
it's great.
Listen, enjoy your trip.
Thank you. You too.
Have fun.
I will. It's gonna be a blast. I can't wait. And we'll all get back on Monday.
Yeah.
Barring traveling issues. Are you going to do the show from Philadelphia or from Vegas?
The plan will be to do it from Philadelphia because my flight is in the midday or later day.
Okay. So stay tuned.
We might have to start a little early.
That's fine. Yeah. It's better for me on Mondays.
Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, something like that.
That's better for me. So on that. So
on Monday, yeah.
It was better for me otherwise because of class. Guys, thank you. Really, this is kind of a broad statement, and I'm going to try to thank each one of you individually, but thank you for all the messages. Thank you for the super chats. Really generous, guys. Really appreciate all of you. The DMs, the messages on Twitter, really do appreciate it. It feels really, really nice, and I am very thankful and appreciative of it. Thank you guys for paying attention and giving two fucks what we do every day. It really means the world to us that you actually show up every day to watch this show, to be a part of the brigade. To just help us grow what we're trying to grow in the way that we're trying to grow it and not be forced to do it in some other fake, fucked up way. Do it the way we want to do it and do it naturally and organically and have it be something that we can sit there and be proud of when our kids go, what's my dad do? My dad does this. This is what my dad does. That's what we're trying to do. So thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Back on Monday. No show tomorrow. Back on Monday for BvB.